So guys, we're back at the stereo shop and I have another piece of equipment that I really wanted to look at. Someone was going to buy this, but it turns out it wasn't the right thing for what they wanted to do. Oh god, this is hernia inducing. Give me a second to put it in frame. This is a JVC, excuse me, boy that was heavy. This is a JVC AX-Z911 digital reference integrated amplifier. What that means is an integrated amp. It's a power amp, a preamp, no built-in tuner, digital reference interface, or digital reference integrated. This is an early digital one. So I'll turn it around real quick before we plug it in. You guys can kind of see the depth of it. Man, I believe this was made in the 80s. Yeah, stereo amplifier. There's the model number again. You can see over here all the analog inputs. We got phono, and we got RCA stereo. We got both lines in, and then over here we have loops for either DAT tapes or just regular tape decks. You can use it for mini discs also, recordable CDs, which kind of shows the date of this. So I'm assuming late 80s. I can actually look up in a second. We have these style connectors, the 5-way binding posts for speakers. Just one set of speakers though, just a right and a left channel. No speaker B, no nothing. AC outlet for input. We do have the CompuLink connections, which basically you run a little, not quite a mono cable, going in and out, and it will send basic signals between devices. Now here's where it's important. This was an early digital one. So we got digital coaxial. We either have one input on the top, which is a Toslink or a digital optical, then digital coaxial, and then digital coaxial loop for DAT tapes. Let me see if I can find information about this in the Blue Book. I've showed this off before. It's in Ryan Blue Book from 2003. This should be in it. Fun fact while I'm looking through this, JVC stands for Victor Company of Japan. Sometimes in Japan you'll see devices with just Victor on it. That's what that is. Why the J, the V, and the C are in that order, I think it has to do with the language difference. I found it. It's an AX-Z, which they did it wrong here. It's supposed to be AX-Z, not A-X.Z. So AX-Z911, and then BK standing for black one. This did come with a remote originally. It doesn't have one with it out all right now. Looks like, yeah, late 80s, 89. Originally, it was sold for $1,100 USD. Man, that is a lot of money in modern time. So we're going to turn it around. I'm going to do the usual, where we're going to plug in some speakers to it. I do not have a device ready for the digital outputs at the moment, plus I'm a little pressed for time because I'm doing this at a store after hours. I have other things to do. Oops. Or else we would show it off completely. I'm going to do a cutaway. We're going to plug in the metas like usual. So, note from future me, those are not 5-way binding posts, so no banana plugs. You just pretty much unscrew it, slide it in there, screw it back in. I guess I'll just have to do that. And try my best not to get in frame, but yeah, there it is. We have it hooked up to the metas. Just going to turn it on, and you can see over here, it has a nice little light up display. There, it's finally kicked on. You can hear a little snap. Volume knob. Nothing too crazy. Gonna put it all the way down for now. And this is kind of neat. So they have both all the digital and analog inputs listed. I'll zoom it up a little closer real quick. So you either have analog or digital inputs. You also have the bass control, which starts at the bottom right here. That's no extra bass. All the way around up to max. That's kind of neat. Usually they're centered in the middle. Then you have a balance between left and the right channel. Here you have the remote sensor, so that's the old IR reader. It's a little big, but back then they were a little, newer. Headphone jack out. I do like the Super Digifine. Digifine? Yeah, Super Digifine. I do like that logo. Direct audio for digital to analog. Right now we're not using digital input. We will keep that off, and then you can select either the digital inputs, which will cycle between them, and the DAT monitor, the optical that is. You can turn the second DAT tape monitor on and off, We don't have that plugged in. Not going to show that off. I'm sorry, but I just have not the time and the equipment available at the moment from what I have to do. Then you can cycle through all the analog. You'll see if it's an analog input, that would be orange there. That would be yellow there, depending on what input type you have selected. So we should be all set to go. And then let me find some Dan Mason so I don't get a copyright strike. When I did that vinyl record video a little bit ago, I did get a copyright. I didn't go to the wrong... Oh, sorry, line 1. I had it on CD. Try the bass. That definitely does do something. All the way to the left channel. All the way to the right channel. It does not seem that subtle between them. It seems like it starts to switch over rather rapidly, and I don't know if it's just the age of the unit. This unit's like literally 34 years old, I think. 35. Sorry, I forgot I had notifications turned on for a second. I hope that gives you some idea of it. Multiple things This would sound different in person in a good room environment. This is not good staging probably for this at all. I also am using a standard camcorder. I'm not using a high-end mic to pick up the audio. So just please trust me that it sounds better in person than it does in this video. I do like the lights, like I said before. So I have to get packing and go take care of some other stuff. Let me guys know what you think. Have you ever had one of these? Do you think it looks cool? This one will be available for sale at the stereo shop soon enough. So if you're local and interested, come check it out. Alright guys, I want you to all stay safe, take care, and I'll be back with a video probably in a week or so. Bye for now.